Hey guys, this is going to be part 3 and the final part for my PlayStation 2 collection for 2018. So, let's continue with the last pile. Jak and Daxter, The Precursor Legacy. This is one of the very few games that I have for the PlayStation 2 that I did 100% complete. It's a great game, very fun. I don't have Jak and Daxter 2 or 3 or Jak 2 or 3. Spy Hunter 2. Spy Hunter. Shadow of Rome. Believe it or not, Shadow of Rome was supposed to have a sequel, but they canceled it and they decided to make a game that used the same gameplay for Dead Rising. Dead Rising's gameplay was pretty much Shadow of Rome's. I don't know why they needed to make another zombie game, Capcom. Blitz, the League. Again, one of the very few sports games that I'll actually play. This one you can actually injure people, whereas Madden, it was accidental injury. Here it's purpose. It's purposely intended. So, I know they made a sequel, but I haven't played that one yet. Mafia. I know they did Mafia 2 and 3. The third one is the most recent, and I know a lot of people are like, we're really talking a lot of hype for the game, so Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening, the special edition. This version is supposed to have a lot of new features. It says plays Virgil, new Jester boss enemy, new very hard mode, new turbo mode, and more. So, only for people who didn't know. Devil May Cry 2. This game gets a lot of hate, but I don't think the game is personally that bad. I mean, like, at the very beginning, there was that one part that was insanely annoying. Devil May Cry. I have Devil May Cry 4 and the remake, and I know that they're doing the 5th one, so I'm really, really excited to see that one. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Zombie Ninja Pro-Am. This game is a guilty pleasure, honestly. I like the show, so, you know, the game isn't all that great, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. I actually do enjoy it. Hitman, Blood Money. Now, it's funny, when I bought this, I thought the bonus disc was going to be like behind the scenes, making of Hitman. Nope. It was pretty much advertisement for Kane and Lynch Dead Men. Not saying that the game is bad. I remember playing that with my cousin like years ago, and we actually had a blast playing that game. Hitman Contracts, the black sheep of the series, but this was actually the first one that I played. It's not bad. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Probably one of the few movie license games that didn't suck. The Matrix, Path of Neo. This one wasn't that bad. It's funny because I had got these games a few years back, and I had never seen the Matrix movies. So I told myself that I was going to buy all 3 of them and watch them all, like, after the other. And I pretty much had, like, a Matrix marathon where I just watched the first, like, all 3 movies in one sitting. They weren't that bad. They were actually pretty cool. Into the Matrix. This one was pretty good too. I actually did like this game. Finished Ghost's side. I didn't do what's her name? Damn it, what's her name? Trying to figure out who the other character was. Jada Pinkett Smith's character. I don't know. I don't remember right now. Sorry about that. The Scorpion King, Rise of the Akkadian. It's okay. It's definitely not one of those games that you're going to sit there and say it's like the best game ever. It's not. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Now, this game was actually pretty fun. I actually did enjoy this game a lot when I played it. I know they have like a little dual mode, which is pretty cool. It actually includes with actual film footage from the biggest movie of the year. Okay. Transformers the game. Now this one's the bonus disc for this one is actually like behind the scenes, and like they have interviews with the cast, and I was really surprised that they had Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox like play their video game counterparts. So I thought that was pretty cool. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Pretty long title. I have the PSP version, and I played that version before. Again, my cousin, he told me about the game, and he said it was like really, really cool. So, he decided to let me play it for a little while. And at first, I didn't know what the hell to do. I was completely lost. So, but I actually have the PSP version and the PS2 version. So, yeah, the game is actually pretty fun. I actually do like the game. Ghost Rider. This game is pretty much Marvel's God of War, I guess you can say. Actually, no, I'm lying. It's not. X-Men Origins Wolverine on the PlayStation 3 is Marvel's God of War. But this game is good though. Jaws Unleashed. Pretty good game, but it's kind of hard. I got stuck at one point where you had to navigate through sea mines, and I kept dying. I'm like, okay, I just give up. I tried to like do walkthroughs, and I'm like, yeah, it was a pain in the ass. The Thing. Now this game is really, really, really good. It's surprisingly scary too. I didn't think that this game would be as good, but yeah, I was really, really surprised on how good it actually was. The Godfather, the game. Really great game too. Scarface, The World Is Yours. Played this a ton. Such a great game. True Crime, New York City. Out of Streets of LA and New York City, this one is probably my favorite. The hours and hours were spent on this game. It was ridiculous. True Crime, Streets of LA. Another really fun game. I really like that Russell Wong, who voices Nick Kang, was pretty comedic. He was almost like Johnny Cage. He reminded me a lot of him for some reason. The Punisher. Thomas Jane, who was the original Punisher in the 2004 movie, reprised his role to play him in the game. So, kind of a shame that he wasn't casted for the second part. But it was kind of understandable because he did do what do you call it? What was that? He did a short film, and it was supposed to be like Punisher, kind of thing. And he used his own money to for the budget of the short film, and he ended up having the Punisher shirt on screen, and I guess that's a big no-no, and he ended up getting sued for it. So that was really unfortunate that he didn't play the Punisher anymore. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the best Star Wars game that I've ever played, hands down. Shadow of the Colossus. This game is very, very good, and it's insanely vast in terms of the environment and like how big it is. The map is insanely huge. I've so far killed 4 Colossus, 4 of them, and I know for a fact there's a shitload more than I need to kill. So Resident Evil Outbreak. I need to file Resident Evil Outbreak 2. This one was really good. Considered the best, Resident Evil 4. With good reason, this game is awesome. Such an awesome game. I've played through Resident Evil 4 about 10 times. Raw Danger, the sequel to a game called Disaster Report, which involved a earthquake, which was like one of the natural disasters. This one revolves around flooding. And I think in Japan they released a few more games, but in the US we only got Raw Danger, and Disaster Report. This game's actually pretty fun. Wheel of Katamari. Very fun, quirky bizarre Japanese game. It's awesome though. It's really really fun. Katamari Damacy. Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. My personal favorite Tenchu game. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Really great game. PlayStation 3 version's a little better, but this one is still really, really fun to play. The Bouncer. I remember I heard a lot of hype around this game. Like, I was reading about it, and then when the game came out, it failed. I would say miserably to meet a lot of people's expectations because this game was so hyped, and then the hype literally died when the game was released. Not too many people really liked it. It's not a terrible game. It's okay. Spawn Armageddon. My brother had this game, and I used to play it so much. Spawn is probably one of my favorite comic book characters. I Ninja. Great game. Really underrated. They were supposed to make a sequel, but I think as far as they got was character designs for some new characters for the now canceled sequel. I would love for Namco to make a second part for this game because it definitely deserves it. Yakuza. I am going to be getting Yakuza 2, 3, 4. I don't know if the fifth one was released in the US. No, it wasn't. They made 6 and Yakuza 0, so I'm very, very behind. But this was the first Yakuza game that I played, and it's really, really awesome. I love it personally. The Suffering Ties That Bind. Another great series. It was good that they ended it after when the sequel came out, because if they didn't, it just would have dragged on and dragged on and dragged on, and it wouldn't be that interesting anymore. The Suffering, great game. Very, very, very fun. And I'm not gonna lie, it did scare me at some points. Especially when it's quiet and all of a sudden the pop-ups appear on your screen. Yeah, that's not fun. Devil Kings. I guess you can say this is Capcom's response to Dynasty Warriors, because it's very, very, very similar to Dynasty Warriors. Warriors Orochi. Dynasty Warriors 5. Really fun game. I have Dynasty Warriors 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Really odd numbers. Dynasty Warriors 4. The 8th one I really, really like. But these are really great too. Dynasty Warriors 3. X-Men Origins Wolverine. PlayStation 3 version is way better. Trust me. But that one's good too. PsyOps, The Mindgate Conspiracy. This game is very underrated. It's actually really, really, really fun. It has a pretty interesting storyline too. Destroy All Humans 2. When I was younger, I was very disappointed with this game because, I don't know, it really didn't catch my attention as much as the first one did. Now that I'm older and playing it with an older mind state, I guess you can say, I absolutely love this game. So it's good that I changed my mind and decided to give it another chance, because it's actually really, really good. Destroy All Humans. I remember my sister got this for me on my birthday, and I played it non-stop all day. I love this game. Kind of a shame we didn't get it in the US. It was only released in the UK. I mean, it was released in the US only for Xbox 360 though, which was shit. I'm not gonna lie. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Great game. I played this one a lot when I had it before. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. A lot of people's favorites. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. My brother played this game a lot. He rented it from Hollywood probably 4 to 5 times. Remember that? Remember Hollywood Video and Blockbuster? Gun. What people said that Red Dead Revolver should have been. You know, this game was open world and stuff, so it's actually pretty fun. Really, really great game. That was the only game that I had on the PlayStation when I first got it. Def Jam Vendetta. I've never played Def Jam Fight for New York, and I really want to play that game so badly because, yeah, it looks really, really awesome. War of the Monsters. I played this game years ago when I loved it. Years later, I play it again. It's not as fun as I remember it, but it's still a fun game though. Godzilla Unleashed. Awesome game. And very expensive too. Not gonna lie, it was like $35. Godzilla Save the Earth. Another really good one. Flipnik. Ultimate Pinball. This game isn't that bad. It's surprisingly pretty fun. Twisted Metal Head On. Extra Twisted Edition. This is the PlayStation 2 version, or this is an updated version of Twisted Metal Head On that was released for the PSP. So I thought that was really cool. Twisted Metal Black. Very, very up there with Twisted Metal 2 as being like one of the best Twisted Metal games, and I can see why. It's a great game. Very dark and very disturbing too. Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal. Great game. My personal favorite Ratchet and Clank game. Ratchet and Clank, Going Commando. Very fun game. Ratchet and Clank. I haven't finished this one yet, but I will be getting around to that eventually because I really want to finish this one. I finished the second and the third one, but not the first. Isn't that some shit? Pirates of the Caribbean, Legend of Jack Sparrow. Made by Bethesda, so that's a shock. And it's actually really fun. Crazy Taxi. Another really fun game. The Getaway. Probably one of the only games that doesn't have a heads-up display. That was really shocking. Like there's nothing on the screen. It's just the game itself. God of War 2. This is the 2-disc set. Great game. Love God of War. God of War. Awesome game. And lastly, Hard Hitter Tennis. Yeah. It's not that bad. So, that is pretty much all of the games that I have for the PlayStation 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have a good one. Most importantly, stay safe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, take care. Bye-bye.